Okay, guys. Is a couple of quid worth it each day? Well, let's have a quick look. This is that little account you saw me starting with 100 quid. And we've been building it up. I said I'd see what I would do with it in 30 days. Now, it's running along this morning. I'm able to increase my position size now. And it's running. So we're looking at, well, it's got like £1 or something running at the moment. I've done 89p. And I know people will be going, and I'll show you this because it was heavily in the comments. Let me just sort of pull this up a second, all right? Because that'll cash out. But just so you can see it, there's the 100 quid. And I worked on it for about 30 odd days, done 100 quid. Right. Now, in the comments, it was said that it's a waste of time. And to me, that's ill-informed because I don't think it is a waste of time. If I pull this up and we kind of go to, say, the cash builder and things like that, I need to update this. I might clean it off and start it again on the 1st of July and run it through. But there it is there running. I didn't trade every single day. I really didn't. But I've made an extra 100 quid. Now, I've got the Wild Wonder sitting next to me here. And would you, let's think of it this way, right? If I said to you at the end of every month, I'm going to give you 100 quid and you've done very little, would you be happy with that?
Yeah.
Every month?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? Oh, well, I'll show you who wouldn't. Give us a second, boys and girls. Well, there's no stress because I set this away on a morning. I'll let it get on with it. I used 3 strategies. Well, it is extra because it's over and above what I do for my wages. It's just sitting there. And I set it up using 3 strategies. There's a morning surge. Takes 2 minutes to sort that out. There's a box breakout for breakfast. That takes 30 seconds. And GoldenEye, well, I can just mirror it throughout the day, which is what I'm doing here. So, to me, that's made quite a bit of money with little to no work whatsoever. But it's a waste of time. Let me kind of explain. Let me find something for you. So let me just pull something down. Okay. So I did a video yesterday, which is Prop Watch. And the essence of Prop Watch is genuinely to help you. It's to stop the pitfalls, let you understand how the prop industry works, and stop you blowing your accounts up. I thought it was a good thing. Clearly, I was wrong. You'll see that down in the comments as you go, because some of them are just fucking stupid. But this one here, 3 quid not worth the aggravation. Well, I totally disagree. That chap's pulled me up a few times saying, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. Okay, it's a waste of time. But what you've got to remember in the prop world, we'll come back to this in a moment because I'll cash it out when it gets to about 150-ish. In the prop world, just because you've got a 5k account, 100,000k account, whatever it happens to be, doesn't mean to say you've got that money to play with. You've actually only got the drawdown. Now, if you're looking for a 500 quid target, 3 quid a day will get you to that target. You're not going to do it in a week. You're going to do it over a period of maybe 2 months, 3 months, depending on how good you are and how far you can get above that 3 quid. Where are you off to?
I'm going to the bank.
Oh, Christ. She's going to bankrupt us again, boys and girls. No.
Not quite.
Not quite. Well, yeah, it is quite. I see the credit card bills. Anyway, what I'm driving at is if you have a baseline, which is your 3 quid, you've got somewhere to go. And then you build on that. Now, you might do 5 quid in a day. You might do 6 quid, 10 quid. It knocks days off the end of your prop. But what it's also doing is it's increasing your bank. The trick with trading has been and always will be slow and steady. If you're looking to build Rome in a day, you fail before you start. And when I see comments like that, it really worries me in the industry because, how do I put this? Well, they're never going to make it. Let's put it that way. They're just never going to make it in this industry. And you'll always get the ones having snide remarks and having a go. And if you go through it, you'll see them straight away. You know, go through the comments on that video. And you try and help people, but all they want to do is stick the knife in. And they're sticking the knife in because they're fucking useless at the job. And they can't do it. But that's the point. I can't fly an airplane, so I ain't going to be a pilot. But when I come on holiday, which I've just come back off, I'm not going to stick it into the pilot because he could fly the feckin' thing and I couldn't. Do you know what happened? I sat in a nice big chair. I watched a couple of films, had my peanuts, had my crisps, had a nice meal, nice cup of coffee, all of that thing. And I just enjoyed the ride. Isn't that what this is all about? If you like trading, don't understand it, enjoy the channel. Do what is necessary to make you better. And that's by learning. But if you just go, it's not worth the aggravation, you failed before you start. Get out the industry. It's that simple. Now, what I'm driving at with this is very simple. Just because it's £3 today doesn't mean to say it'll be £3 tomorrow. In fact, it could be £20 because you build your account up. You've watched me do this over the years. And the problem with this industry, and I find it quite distressing to a degree, is it's full of arseholes and gamblers. That's the brutal truth of it. And because of that, it pulls the industry down. And it makes it quite a toxic, awful place. Now, if you come into this expecting it to be a job and you're doing your apprenticeship, you should know you're coming into this to learn it for at least 2 years. And then year 3, it'll start looking after you. Now, in business, there's an age-old thing. The first year you feed it, the second year it feeds itself, and the third year it feeds you. That's business. That's a basic principle of business. What do you think trading is? It's not a lucky dip. It is a business. And until you get that into your thick skull, you'll always fail. And then you'll have the morons who just complain endlessly. You know, fine, complain. But go down to McDonald's and get a friggin' application because that's where you're going to get paid. Now, that's going to cash out in just a second. So we'll flick this back. And this is off a box pull. Now, the market itself is running pretty low. I'm keeping half an eye on 10 Downing Street as well because I don't want to be in the pound if there's an announcement made because the markets will melt. Right, it's come down, it's at its figure. There we go. Right, so we'll close that off. Will it run any further? Could well do, could well do. Do I care? No, because I've achieved what I need to achieve. Okay, so I've done 251 up to now. So we'll pull that back up to there. 251. And what I'll do is when I hit the £4, I'll hit the target. Now, if I just flick this over, just drop in the couple of extras that I've done this morning on that. I've got a couple of positions running because I'm trying to get the position size up a little bit. So 108 and 54. So on this, just drop this across and we'll fill that in for you as we go. We're not quite there. So I'll look to do, so at 9 AM. So that box took about 18 minutes. So that was a B win. So we've had 2 trade ideas today. Ticking along, just got that to do. And there we go. Now on the end of the month, I'll half the profit. I'll keep half. I'll clean this down and I'll start it again because I'm like that. I like to do clean sheets. So what's the moral of the story here? Slow and steady works. And slow and steady really does work. Now, when that comes through, in fact, let me show you how far slow and steady does work. Give me a second. Okay. Here's something for you to look at. I started this fund with next to nothing. And now it's at £233,000. And I keep a track of it here. I'll be updating it later on. But there you are. It's where it started. 1st of January 2022 with next to nothing. And now we're well over 200,000 quid. And that was done through slow and steady. So, and for the arseholes who don't think this is correct, there you go. Transactions. There's the money going in. Just little bits over and over. Constantly feeding in. Slow and steady. And it's from little accounts because I don't believe in holding your money in brokers. I'm a little bit weird like that because when I get to the end of the time, I clean it down and I start every month afresh. You know, why? It's just the way I'm wired up. I like to do things like that. So I don't keep money in the broker. I keep it in there. That's what slow and steady success does for you. And the group that I run saw me do that. And I did it with them to show them the way. Now, a lot of them can't do it because they want it done now. A little bit like in the comments. They just want it now. Well, good things come to those who wait. It's that simple. And if it's easy come, it's easy go. And that's it. So there you go. So I've had a good weekend. I'm back from my holidays. I'll try and do as much as I can on the prop watch, but it's all down to requests. And if I'm just getting kicked in the teeth all the time, well, basically you're on your own. I'll still get paid on Friday, but they won't. Makes you think. All right, guys, have yourselves a good one. Catch you soon.